Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Dio here, back again with another video. It's December, it's a busy time of year. Winter is cold, but I hope you guys are cozied up. But today, I just said, let's review something cool. So, boom, here it is. The Logitech C920. I call it a Cloud9 and a webcam. I know a lot of people have been talking about this camera for years. How could you not? But today, I wanted to give you my experience with it and just an overall view of it, the look of it, and how it performs. The C920 cost me around 80 Canadian dollars, and that's around 60 American at the time of this video. If you're interested in picking this up, the links will be down below in the description, but without further ado, let's get into what Logitech did with their webcam. This is a 1080p premium HD webcam. As you can see, it can record up to 1080p at 30 FPS with a 78-degree field of view. I love that Logitech maintains quality in their sensors. They always produce good image quality, detailed stuff. It includes dual microphones for stereo audio, HD audio light correction, and full HD glass lens for clear and detailed visuals. Looking around the webcam, it's pretty straightforward. There's no cooling system like some high-end models, but it gets the job done. I love the Logitech branding right here, and you can see the USB Type-A port. You just have to find a nice spot for the C920. Traditionally, just placing it on top of your monitor works best. The clamp that's attached to it is very versatile, so you could put it in any position without worrying about it toppling over. The setup process is fairly simple. Once set up, you just plug it into your PC with the USB Type-A cable. There's no specific software necessary. I actually use Streamlabs to tweak some of my settings, which I'll show you later in this video. But you could use a multitude of softwares to tweak the camera settings. The C920 is simple, effective. It comes with a cover if you need the privacy. Let's get into the camera design. It's a pretty simple but effective design with some Logitech branding and a standard sensor that gets the job done. Looking around the base of the webcam, again, you're gonna hear me say it again, but it's pretty straightforward. There's no high-end cooling. I love that Logitech values quality within their sensors. It always produces a good image. The build is so straightforward, but it just gets the job done. This is what the camera looks like. This is the moment you've been waiting for. Here we are in the Streamlabs software where you can come and tweak your settings however you may like. That work the best for your surroundings, whether you have natural light, no light, one source of light, two sources of light, however you may need, you can just adjust the settings, and we're going to go through it though. And we can go to the camera control first, have a zoom. You can play around with the zoom. The zoom is not as advanced as some high-end models, but it's still a pretty good zoom. Here we can go to the video settings where we have all your favorite settings: brightness, contrast, saturation, and sharpness, and you can play around with all of those however you may like. You can play with the brightness, you can make your scene darker, you can increase the contrast if you want more blacks, and just turn it off, turn it down. So you can increase your contrast, or you can just turn it down. You could increase your contrast if you want to bump up those blacks, so you can just turn it off. Play around with saturation if needed, and your sharpness if you want sharper edges, or if you just want to be a little more blurry. And if you don't like it, you can always just start over with the defaults. Just tweak it to however you may need. Now it's time for a low light test, just to show you how the C920 handles low light and how it handles those different settings. I've had a light to my side for the duration of the video. I'm going to turn that one off, and my second source was my Christmas tree, so I'll be turning that off. Here you go. Turn off tree. And then we can turn this one off. As you can see, it's pitch black. You can barely see me, but we can play around with those settings that we mentioned earlier, just to show you that even in pitch black, you can increase the brightness and you can somewhat see yourself, and you can decrease the contrast to show even more, and maybe bump the sharpness about. And now, sure, it's grainy, but you can still see me to a degree. For a webcam, the C920 does hold its own in pitch black. So I went ahead and played with the settings, and now you just see my Christmas tree on. And as you can see, there's barely any light from a natural tree, but still showcases a nice picture. That concludes today's video. If you think I missed anything, or if you have any questions on the Logitech C920, please leave your comments down below, and make sure you're subscribed. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, love.